All right, guys, good afternoon. Coming to you a little bit earlier today because I'm going to make up some marinara sauce because we're going to have spaghetti and homemade sauce tonight. This recipe is actually something that my mom got back in the day from a woman from Italy. And so it's a traditional Italian recipe, but believe it or not, it actually has spare ribs in it. This is actually, I had a really hard time finding spare ribs at Heinen's. I don't know if it's because of all the shortages with food and everything going on, but I found this beef chuck short rib. The key is you just want to kind of get something, this does have the bone in it. It just gives the sauce such amazing flavor. You don't have to eat it if you don't want to. I typically don't, but the flavor of the sauce is so good. I'm telling you. So anyway, that goes in it. It says I got I don't even know how much I got here. I just got a package. It's like 2 to 3 short ribs. I'm just gonna throw this whole thing in, it's fine. Then it's a can of just mushrooms, canned mushrooms stemmed. And do I drain it? I'm sorry, I have to look at the tin. Oh, with the juice. So the full can with the juice. It's 2 3-ounce cans of tomato paste. I'm going to use this Heinen's organic paste. It's a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. 3 tablespoons of sugar does give it a nice sweetness. 1 large can, 28 ounces, I think it is, of the diced tomatoes. I'm using the Heinen's brand. And about 6 ounces, which is about 3/4 cup of water. All you do is you put it in a really big stock pot. All these ingredients, once it comes to a boil, you add the meat to it, and then you simmer it for 3 hours. And then I'm gonna serve it with spaghetti tonight, and I'm gonna do a salad with homemade dressing, which I'll show you that recipe next. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, it's kind of cut off. All right, so I'm just gonna pour everything in here. We are going to just pour it, mix it up, bring it to a boil, and then we'll add the spare ribs. So again, like I said, it's 1 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I'm using the Heinen's brand. Just gonna pour it all in here. Nothing needs to be drained, which is nice. And then it's the 2 3-ounce cans of tomato paste. The tomato paste gives it a nice thickness, so it's not just all watered down. And I will tell you this, my mom has been making this since I was little. It used to be what we had on Valentine's Day. She would make it every Valentine's Day with us. It was ready for us, for my dad and myself. And when my siblings lived at home, she made it for them as well. And it just, I don't know, the flavor of it is amazing. And I've never seen any other sauce like it. And a couple years ago, I asked my mom, I said, who gave you this recipe? I thought she just found it. I don't know. She said, I don't really know who it was, but some Italian woman that she knew or met gave her this. She said, this is how, and I don't know where in Italy the woman was from, but anyway, that's the story of this sauce. And again, it's a family favorite, and it's really easy. But of course, it takes like 3 hours to simmer. So, when you're on a Saturday or Sunday, this is great to make, but during the week, it's not quick, unless you make it ahead of time, which you could do. All right, so then I'm just gonna add the can of mushrooms. You don't need to drain it. And this is optional. Some people don't like mushrooms. I happen to love mushrooms, so I'm okay with it. And then the 3 tablespoons of sugar, just sprinkle that around. The salt, pepper, and Italian seasonings. And the water. And then make sure everything's off there. I'm going to use a slightly bigger spatula to mix it up. And then I'm just going to bring this to a boil once it's all stirred up, and then we'll add the spare ribs, and then you just let it simmer for 3 hours, and your house will smell like an Italian restaurant. It'll smell better than Olive Garden, the OG. All right. make it, and that's how it looks. We're just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna start it on high. I'm gonna put the lid on it so it comes to a boil quicker. And there you go. Okay, my sauce is coming up to a really, really nice boil. So I'm gonna add the short ribs in, or the, these are the short ribs. Call this for spare ribs, short ribs, similar. And they came in 3 different pieces here. I'm just gonna pick it up with my knife. I'm just gonna put them in here like so. And again, this just gives it really good flavor. I personally, here's the good thing about it. My dad loved when my mom made this because he liked the meat in it. But my mom and I wouldn't say we're vegetarians, but we don't really care for meat. And my sister, we don't really care for meat. So, I'm just gonna stir this up. So my mom would just kind of like leave it as is, like on the bone. And then my dad would take a piece of it and put it on his spaghetti with the sauce. And he was like, this is so good. So for you people that really like meat, you have a little bit of meat in this. For others that don't care for it, like myself, I'll get benefits from all the flavors, but I'm not gonna actually eat it. I know that's kind of funny, but I'm telling you, it does really make a difference. It's awesome. Okay, this is really boiling. So turn this down to simmer, and you'll want to cover it, and you just let it go for 3 hours, and then when you're ready to eat, we're gonna boil up some pasta, and then dinner will be served. Next, I'll show you how to make that homemade salad dressing. All right, guys, here's the finished product. I just boiled up some spaghetti noodles. Just boiled it in a large pot of water, added some salt, and boiled the noodles up for about 10-11 minutes. And then I drained them and just added them in here. I decided to take the spare ribs out, and I did take them off the bone and cut them. I figured, you know what, we might as well eat them. So there's little chunks of meat in there, so it's like a meat sauce. Again, you don't have to do this. I just decided to do it. Here's my salad. We're gonna have that. Pasta, nice little healthy meal. Bon appetit. We'll see you tomorrow.